hit the fade button. Hey, good morning. She's
boom,
like, boom.
right in
like,
your face.
It's like, wow, what was that?
Yeah,
my bad. All right, I'll fix that because Lord knows we don't need that. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the show.
Welcome to the show.
¿Qué onda, Fernando?
Hey, Adolfo.
Just gonna
¿Qué
go.
onda?
Just gonna go. Oh, sorry. Just gonna go with hello.
That's
¿Cómo
it.
estás?
¿Cómo estás? Bien, bien, bien.
It's like an echo in here. Just much better sounding. Hi, guys.
Hey.
Evening, guys. Northern India checking in. India. Jeez. Fernando.
Miguel.
What's up, fellas?
What's up, Mark?
Hey, from Northern Maine. What's up, Tony? Heck yeah. First time catching live show in here.
Ohio.
Oh, 32.
Well, man, thank you for watching.
God. I don't know how you do it. I don't know how you
Get a blanket.
God bless you all because we just don't have the room for you. But, hey, what's up from Cali? Hombre, Cincinnati, cold as hell. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, no doubt it. Good evening.
Good evening.
Chicago in the house. South Carolina checking in. Boston. Quality's looking top notch. What changed? Nothing. Just
same thing.
Need a haircut. That's about it. Haven't done anything.
I get it.
Looking at the monitor over here. Yeah, looks good.
Looks good.
Looks good. Thank you, Johnny, though. Good evening, everyone. What's up, guys? Love the channel. Shout out from Texas. What's up, guys?
Justin.
Baltimore checking in.
Baltimore.
No snow yet. Just hold your breath. I'm sure it's coming. 38 Massachusetts. Hey, we had a thought. We were talking about this before the show started. And really what we want you guys to chime in right now is how big is your TV at home? So, for example, Fernando was talking about how he was just at Sam's and they had everything was 85 inches.
85 inches.
And so, I accidentally bought an 80-inch one. I should have bought a 65 because it's way too big for my room. But I'm curious what you guys are rocking for, sizes
65?
of TV. See, there you go. That seems to be the nice.
Yeah.
Ooh,
okay.
Got the 75. Okay.
All right.
We're looking at a 58. Oh, we got a projector. Straight projector.
Okay.
Hopefully
now,
laser.
The projector goes every day? Like it turns every day just watching anything?
24/7 is what you're talking about?
24/7, yeah.
65. Nice 55.
I got 50.
Bobby's rocking the 70.
Ooh, look at that. I don't have that much money.
55, 65, 70, 55.
58.
65 in the living room, 50 in the bedroom.
Okay.
That's what she said.
Yeah.
58 inch.
58 inch.
65,
okay.
75. Oh, here we go. There he is.
85.
85. Ooh. All right, we'll come back to that.
Yeah, we'll come back to that.
60 inch. Good evening, gentlemen. Happy Thanksgiving. Happy Turkey Day
John,
to you.
John Schneid.
Got a 60 inch. Was there a John Schneid?
Of course.
Oh, good evening. Oh, that was John that said that. Sorry, John. Happy Thanksgiving to you, too. 65 inch. What size TV do you have, John? 40 inch TV.
40 inch TV. Okay, that's what I have.
Still have a tube? Mel's checking in. What's up, Mel?
Hey, Mel.
50 inch for The Office. All right.
Okay.
Hold on. I'm sorry.
255.
255s and a 58.
Okay.
Wow, 58. See, those are those weird sides. Only a 65 inch, but want to go bigger.
Yeah, that's what I want. That's what I want.
John Snyder's rocking the 75.
Okay, there you go.
So my problem was when Haley and I decided to buy the new TV, because Sue didn't care. And we were sitting we're at BJ's and we're like, all right, so we normally sit about this far away from the TV, and we're like, okay, well, I mean, that looks, and then we're looking at the 65, and we're like, oh, that's kind of small, And we didn't measure the room or do anything like that. We just bought it, and getting it home was hilarious. We actually had to go get Haley's car because it was too big to fit in Sue's car. And I literally rode underneath it and just kind of held it into the car, which was hilarious.
Just like this?
Exactly. Yeah, 100%. Back door was open. It was total, white trash living. And then we got in. We're like, oops, this was way too big. But it looks like this, 55 to 75 seems to be about the right
normal
size. Yeah. 75 in the living room, and 55 in the bedroom. 40 at the shop for portable
tuning.
Yeah,
Very
yeah.
nice.
I don't know what size these two
This is
are.
32.
Is this the 32?
This
I don't know.
is
We need to get
32.
another one of those because that's definitely.
This is a 40.
Now, whoa, slow it down. Now you're just getting ridiculous asking questions like that for sure.
Exactly.
That's silly. So one thing we are going to do today that we probably shouldn't, but we're going to do anyways, and I just clicked on this just because that'll way it'll stay in place, is we're going to show you guys the intro to the Rockford video. That's all we're going to show you because we can't show you anything more, but we can show you that. I just kind of want to, I'm dying to get it out there to you guys, so I figured this will kind of make me feel a little better, but we'll do that in a couple minutes. Hello from Jacksonville. My current stereo outputs include preamp outputs of 2 volts or less. I'm adding a sub-amp amplifier, front, rear door speakers. Is there a way I can keep my current stereo and do an upgrade? I've heard you say it's best to have a 5-volt output. The amplifiers are 5K. Okay, so this is actually a really easy answer to that. And the beautiful thing is, hold on. Wrong button. This would have been good. The one day I don't have that queued up. Is the simple answer to this is brought to you by Audio Control, the sponsor of the show. They make a really cool piece called a matrix. There it is. All right, Fernando has conveniently pulled it up. Let me pull up Fernando's, shut this off here. This is the matrix. This is a line driver. This is designed has RCA ins, RCA outs. So all you have to do is unplug your radio.
Yeah.
Plug it into this RCA in, RCA out, and this will take your radio from the measly 2-volt output all the way up to, well, it's 10 volts if you want. 5 volts is good enough. Yeah. It'll add that salt and pepper that is audio control to it. It is new small size. We don't have the small one here. We actually have the old big ones. Yeah. But it's compact size. But this is exactly what you're looking for so that you don't have to buy a new radio and you can get great channel output. Now, if you don't want to go full matrix, like you're like, I really only just need a left and right output, then the LC1I, the high level to low level adapter, the LC1I, which you get, I don't even know where it's at. Upgrading factor stereo, it might be in there. Right there it is. Yep. All right, we'll go back to Fernando's here. This guy right here, the LC1I, is also a matrix line driver. So this has input and output and can get you that large quantity of voltage output to your 2 channels of output. So one of those would be great, and we'd like to thank Audio Control, as always, for sponsoring the show and allowing us to bring it to you.
All right, before you go to the next question, let's go to the Clean Wire Club.
Oh, yes, naturally. Sorry, I just wanted to get back to that one before we lost it. For those of you guys that don't know, we have a YouTube page called the 12-Volt Clean Wire Club, and every week, Fernando scours the 12-Volt Clean Wire Club to find an awesome install to show you guys. And this week is no exception. This week is awesome for sure.
Yep.
Let me turn this on here. Who brought us this week's?
Marco
did a fabulous job with looks like a big SPL system. I'm guessing he's probably got some kind of a wall. He's got 3 big-ass batteries in there. I like how he made his wire bus bars. Yeah. It just looks really nice. He did a really nice job.
It is insane.
A lot of copper 4-gauge looking stuff.
Yes, for sure.
Yeah, he did a nice job. I don't know why I'm looking at my laptop when I could literally look at it in front of me. But
it's okay.
Thank you for doing a great job and sharing it with everyone. Because, nice stuff.
Yes, definitely he did a lot of work. Marty Dean, what's up?
All right, so let me get back out of there. All right, we're gonna wait a couple more minutes, and then we'll show you the intro to the Rockford video, just so you guys can get. Wow, fab work, Marco. Yes, thank you, Alex. For those of you guys who don't know who Alex is, he owns that company, and we're gonna see an interview with him here shortly. When we were at SEMA, we did have the pleasure of sitting down with him. I had the pleasure of sitting down with him. Fernando had to stand up, and we got to talk to him a little bit. And we had a great time.
Oh, we have a wonderful time. I enjoy that conversation.
You know what? Let's just go to it. I know there's a lot of questions. Hold your questions for just a minute. And I want to show the
clip.
The clip. I want to show the clip because honestly, it's just really bugging the crap out of me that I'm dying to show this. So what we're gonna see is the first, I don't know, minute of the Rockford video.
Just the intro.
Just the intro. So let's head over to my laptop where I have it at, and this is the aerial view.
Hang on.
Yeah, I got it. I'm getting there. So this is that big building that you're looking at right there. Those two big buildings that you're looking at right there. Let me just go here and we'll turn this on. So the building directly in front of us that looks like 3 steps, and then the building in the back corner, that is Rockford Fosgate. That is the whole thing. That beautiful green grass right there that looks like it should be a golf green is AstroTurf.
Well, let's go take a look.
All right. So, hold on. Let me turn on the audio from this. And all right, we're going to do this. Good morning, guys, and welcome. All right, hold on. Hopefully everyone can hear it. Oh, wrong page. I'm going to come back to it. Hang on. I know, I'm showing my laptop.
Sorry, guys. We just got this new guy trying to figure it out.
All right.
All
right, whatever.
So.
Shush. All right, here we go. Back to it. The show. Today, we are here at Rockford Fosgate, and we're going to take you guys on a journey behind closed doors and show you things and let you experience stuff that you've never, ever had access to. This is going to be one heck of a journey, guys. Are you ready, Fernando?
I'm excited, man. Let's go.
Welcome to Rockford Corporation. Let's take a look inside.
Look at that showroom.
Go ahead and head on back.
We're headed in. And that's it. That's all we can show. All right. So that was it. Hopefully everything was working. But yeah, so that is the first couple seconds. One other thing that we did a little bit different on this one. Let me see if I can pull this up. Show more. So what you'll see once the video comes up is that we actually took the time. We put a description in there. All the chapters are going to be accessible for you to go to, so you can jump through. And you're going to have the RTTI installation bay, tech support, amazing test bench. Dude, their test bench is just benches. It's ridiculous. How speakers are made, how to make speaker motors, 3D design and speakers, how to make the parts work together. We break stuff and make it better. First time all the parts are in one place. Thank you for speaking, guys. We start learning about amplifiers, or we start learning how amplifiers are made, testing and design, real-world testing, the RAT system, software developing, sales, customer support, marketing, cool cars and big bass, and then the end. And as you can see there, it is an hour, 33 minutes, and 13 seconds long. It is a beast. But soon enough, you guys will get to see that.
Yeah.
All right.
Did we answer this one?
I don't know. Morning, gents. I'm building a system in a 2021 Ram 1500. Love the 911 on the Ram. Mine is HK system and have Audio Frog speakers. Would love to buy the adapters you made, the mids. Running JBL Pack Helix Pro, Pack Amp Pro, please.
What?
I'm sorry, I was speed reading. Basically, he wants to buy the brackets that we make for the car.
Okay.
Not
at this moment.
Let's see what we can do about that.
Yeah.
Okay, moving on.
All right.
I hooked up 2 5-channel Pioneer amps using a Pack Universal level control unit. I can order the audio control Epicenter Micro. Do the Pioneer level controls need to be hooked up, or can I leave them in the box? All right. That's a great question. So the way that the bass boost works on the Pioneers is it works through the volume control. So think of it as a loudness / volume control. So as you turn it up, it gets louder. It sucks in the sense that I really don't know how to answer this to have it make any sense. I'm assuming that if we leave them unplugged and we set the gains accordingly, then we should get maximum amount of output before clip, and then the epicenter would give us that cool sound at the epicenter. That would probably be the way I would try it first. And then if I wasn't happy with it, I would turn the gains back down, plug the knobs back in, turn them up, and start playing with them.
What's up, Matthew?
Matthew's in the house. Wow,
Yeah.
that's 2 audio control guys on one show. That's right. Going back to making good sound great. Okay. All right. So that's what I got for that.
All right. Hey guys, at what point did you decide to run speaker wires versus using the OEM? I thought that you
We did. We talked about that on
Okay.
Instagram.
I'm installing a D6 1200 to 6 4-ohm speakers, and I'm nervous about running through the factory wire. It's a Bose system.
You'd be the only one that's nervous about that. The
Perfectly
only
fine.
one.
There's no need to run wires.
If you want to, the only person you're trying to make sleep better at night is yourself. Okay, it is not going to matter one bit whether you're running new wire or not. It's going to sound exactly the same. You're with that amount of power going to a 4-ohm speaker. I know it just gets really kind of, but it's not going to matter. Okay, it's not going to matter. You can run 12 gauge or 14 gauge or 16 gauge. Anyone can say whatever they want. And the reality of it is, it's
You'll be fine.
It's not going to matter. You're not going to be putting enough power over that wire to where it's going to change or affect the way it sounds. Now, most people are going to like hearing that, and I totally understand. And there's going to be certain guys that'll sit there and they'll say, "No, it does." And Bob, I don't care.
No,
The reality
does.
of it is, we do this for a living. And we do it every day. And sometimes we'll run new wire. Sometimes we don't. It really just comes down to personal preference. If somebody wants to pay me to run more wire and do nothing, I'm not going to tell them no because I want them to sleep good at night. So that's really what it comes down to. You're fine. What's up, Dean? What's up, Fernando? San Diego.
Pretty much. Hey, you see, you got it.
Love the install of those old school Rockford amps. Really great install. Thank you. You okay?
I'm trying to see.
Your new 9-1 should change to out of class.
Out of class. Okay.
All right. I was gonna say just clean. Dean, does the store have any Kenwood 10? No. He might have the 07s, but not that one. No one has that one, I think. I mean, it's gonna be tough. All right, next. Thoughts on entry level Morel versus something like an Alpine R-Type? Ooh. So I mean, really, when it comes down to apples for apples, is that's it. So I guess this would be that question when you compare like an entry level BMW to a Kia. Okay, let me think about it. That's really what you're asking here.
Okay, but like the entry level Morels, that will be the maximal.
Either way, the question can be brought at it. Do we want to buy an entry level base model BMW, or do we want to buy a Kia? Okay, I mean, there's going to be different build quality no matter what. Okay, there's different performance criteria that they're trying to hit. I'm going to take the Morel. Okay, just because I'm a Morel fanboy, I'm going to buy the Morel. They both sound great.
I feel that you have to elaborate more in the question. You know, like this is
what
I'm trying to do.
I'm answering the question he's asking.
No, fine.
I don't know what kind of music he listens to. I don't know if he wants the hard dome R-type tweeter that it now comes with, as opposed to the previous version that had a nice cloth dome tweeter. It's now a hard dome. They're going after that focal market where it's just so. Whereas Morel doesn't do that. They're a tweeter company. They make tweeters that are very smooth and natural sounding and loud. So that they're different sound qualities. But you're asking me the question, and I'm answering it with the one I would prefer to have in my vehicle. But that's my vehicle, not your vehicle. So you have to decide from there. Which components do you recommend for a $500-ish 3-way, 2-way SQ orientated? I mean, the Maximo Morel.
The
Maximo series is probably going to be the most reasonably priced 3-way set you're going to find. Yeah, and it sounds really, really nice. So I would check that out.
All right.
Go back to Johnny's for a second. Next on the news, Chris Bennett.
Chris Bennett is awesome.
For those of you guys who don't know, Chris Bennett has left Audio Control, and he has moved on to a new job in Seattle, so he didn't have to relocate. He's working at a company called First Tech. We don't really, we're good friends. Like, we're good friends. We talk. I don't think we're going to hear anything industry-wise from him for a while, just because, he needs to settle into his new job and figure out what it is he's going to do and whatnot. So, we give him his space, let him have some fun, and when he's ready, he'll pop his head back out and do Chris Bennett stuff.
He will say hi.
Yeah. So we're excited for him, and we're just anxious to see what it is and how we can help him do better at it. Epicenter should be standard in all audio control DSPs. No.
So, you're trying to make an amplifier like that, but
it didn't work out. It was too expensive.
Yeah, right.
The thing of it is they could, and one day they might. All right, they might add They might add. If in the next iteration of whatever the DSP could be, if they add an epicenter to it, that'd be fabulous. Like, we'd all be super excited. We understand that. But right as it is right now, it just doesn't make sense to do that because it's an expensive technology. All right. Like, the standalone epicenter is $100. I'm sorry, $200. The micro is going to be $249.99. That's what it's going to come in at. So we know that now we were confirmed it's going to be $249.99. It has load resistor banks in it. There's a lot more inside of it. Plus, we had to make it smaller. And I think it's just going to destroy. It comes with the new ACR4. So there's a lot of things that would have to change inside of a DSP to make that happen. That's not saying they couldn't do it. But now you have to go, okay, I'm going to sell, let's say we take a DM810. It's going to add another $200 onto the price of a DM810. Best case, maybe $150. So now that puts that in a whole nother category, and it might not be enough to sell it there. And then you run into that problem. Just like when they put it in the amplifier, like I have the Epicenter 1.600 sitting right there. It's a collector for me. It didn't sell well because it was a 600 watt amp that was really expensive because the Epicenter technology was in it. So yes, I agree with you. I want it in everything. I want it in all the amplifiers. I want it all over the place. But it's also got to be valued, priced right. Yeah. And right now, as a standalone unit, is a better price.
A better price, definitely.
Better option. That was weird. I couldn't see anything. Are there any grills that would fit a Kicker Q class?
12-inch.
No. And that sucks because they made an awesome grill. There's certain things that certain manufacturers do that drive me up the freaking wall. No, they stopped it. What they should have done is what Rockford does is that the woof. Listen, man, there's no world in which we're not going to run a grill on this woofer. Okay, like just put it in the damn box and charge the extra $30 for it.
I like that one.
How many cars have come back with melted speaker wires? None.
Yeah, exactly.
None. Subwoofer wires.
Oh, totally.
That's a whole nother thing. But that only has to do with the fact that they use those crappy, stupid speaker plug thingies. I hate those things. That's where we run into the problem.
Yeah.
But no, speaker wires never come back melted. And there again, it's one of those topics that has just, oh, dude, you got to run 12 gauge. And don't get me wrong. I'm a wire fanatic. I love wire. I have way bigger wire than I need to do in my home stereo. And I have real power, guys. Okay, like, yeah, I got power for days, but wire is gigantic, and it doesn't need to be. I mean, it can barely fit into the terminals.
Come back with the question of the Rockford grills.
Well, basically, what I was saying is there isn't one, but Kicker should have put it in the box and just gave it away with the woofer, charging $30 more for the woofer.
$30? That would be.
Yeah, but it's
$50.
Yeah, but everyone is okay. Yes, nobody bought the grill because it was like just put it in the goddamn box. They're not going to do it with the bass knobs, and I can totally understand that. Like, I had a conversation with Steve Irby about the bass knob things, and he sold me on that idea. I totally understand why that is not in the box, and it makes sense because at the price point of those amplifiers, they're very competitive, And we don't always need bass knobs because sometimes the radio has one, sometimes the EQ you're putting in has one. So there's another bass knob. So if I don't have to spend the $30 for a bass knob, I totally understand that. Let me save the $30 for bass knob. But a freaking grill, everybody wants a grill. Everybody wants a grill. We sell more Rockford woofers because they have grills.
The grills.
Hands down. And the stupid spoke thing that Kicker makes, it's not protecting the woofers. People don't feel safe. And they look stupid. I'm just going to say it. Some people like them, and that's okay. You can. Okay, next question. What's your honest opinion on the Kicker 12-inch downfire box you installed in the 2021? I love that box.
That was crazy.
Hands down, love that box. Those boxes are phenomenal.
Tons of bass.
Here's the thing you got to keep in mind about any downfiring box. You have to have a realistic expectation of what it is you're trying to do. And the reason why you're going with it. That gentleman went with that box because he needed the room. So he wanted bass. He knew what he was getting into, and it worked fabulously for him. Okay? Same box, different scenario. Guy blew it over the weekend. Literally. Put it in Friday. He's back on Monday. Woofer is rock hard. He didn't understand what I was telling him. He wanted, I'm like, hey, you need to, and we weren't on the same, we weren't jiving. And he was like, no, I really didn't understand. And so he ended up with a regular box, slide it in, boom, Bob's your uncle. He's super happy. But
wrong way, huh?
Yeah, wrong way. Took a turn.
All right.
I need advice. What is better, bazooka or sub in playing?
I'm planning.
Wait, you lost me at bazooka or a sub. I'm planning to install two 12-inch bazookas
on my Camaro.
So there's a company called Zen Enclosures, Zen Enclosures. All right. And they make a box for the back of your Camaro. It's custom fit. Okay. And you can put two 12s in there. I would do that. Okay. Get some nice, whatever. If you want grills,
Speakers.
Go Rockford.
Yeah.
If you don't mind not having grills, go Kicker. They make, fabulous woofers. Big fan. And you'll be way happier. Bazookas.
Good, man.
90s are gone.
I love bazookas.
Have you heard Audio Frog speakers? What can they be compared to? Ooh, yes, we have heard Audio Frog speakers, and I would say Morel, but not really. They have their own
signature.
They have their own thing, and I can tell you, I like the thing that they have. It's the GB series. Have we ever heard anything other than GB?
Yes, of course.
Really?
We put GVs and GS. So
if you got the money, GB is where it's at.
GS, that was in the Ram, remember?
Was that GS?
That was GS.
That was GB.
No, that was GS. The Porsche was GB.
Ooh, right.
Yeah.
Well, and the GS were nice too.
The
Ram
GS
sounded
is
fabulous.
Nice. Yeah, all the speakers are nice, man.
It's good stuff. I'm gonna tell you right now. You're like, if you're looking at the Audio Frog stuff,
you're
gonna be happy.
Yeah.
I can tell you right now, it's not a disappointment. And if you have questions, by all means, give Andy a call. Listen to what he says. Don't argue with the man. He's better at this than all of us.
Argue with him, and then you go, no, don't do that.
Don't ask advice, and then don't listen to it like everybody else.
No.
Hi, guys. Thank you for your content. I have a 1986 Buick Grand National. We just saw a picture of one of those today. That I'm trying to put a system in. 2 questions. Any thoughts on Q-form kick panels for speakers for the front stage? I never did that. I always just made the door panels and put 2 6.5s in the door panels. Since the 3.5 in dash is terrible, any questions for single DIN touchscreen head units that is smaller than a 10-inch screen? Thanks. As far as the Q-forms go, yes, Q-forms will work. If they still make them for your car, by all means, check them out. If you want high-performance kick panel speakers, check out the Morel Virtus Carbon Nanos.
Yes.
Virtus Carbon Nanos. They're shallow mount. They will work freaking awesome in those Q-form kick panels, and you will not be disappointed. As far as something smaller than that, 10-inch, No. The high 10 is probably.
Oof.
I would say the high 10 would be the way to go. However, check out Pioneer. Pioneer does make some. The Pioneer screen is kind of small. Okay, and even though it's a 10-inch, it has like the smallest trim around it.
Yeah.
Because I would check that out.
All right. So before you go, right? Hang
Before
on,
I go, where am I
Before
going?
you go.
Hello, party people. We were just talking about you, Chris.
Yeah.
That's why you're on. Jeff Smith chiming in right below that says,
as far as GB, it's great stuff. Jeff approval.
I'm glad you said as far. Yeah, okay. Because I'm like, hey, back at you.
Yeah, right. Exactly. And right here, Mel put some.
Oh yes,
enclosures.
Mel put the
Zen enclosures.
Zen enclosures. Thank you, Mel, chiming in. So the Zen enclosures would be for the Chevy Camaro, and then Mel also put a link to right above that. The link to that's the high 10. That one right there at 7 o'clock. Mel put in a link to the Virtus Carbon Nano 2 and 3-way set
and
for
also,
your kick panels.
Of course,
the high 10. And there again, I think the high 10 would work. You know, the other thing too is if you're going to build if you want to build a custom center console for that car, you can buy the bucket for the high 10.
Yeah,
which it will allow you to flush it in. A lot of people don't know that, and we know that because we had to make a laser panel for Jeff to flush it into all of their displays. Yeah. But you can get the bucket so that you can mount it into a custom dash. So they do offer that as well.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of putting audio development Neo 800s as underseat subs in a BMW. We'll need a 3/4 inch spacer. Any thoughts? Keep in mind, anytime you put anything too intense underneath the seat of that car, you get vibration. Not
maybe
all the little pieces up underneath that seat tend to buzz. And the person that hates that the most definitely has to be Matt Schaefer. Like he's talked more about the underseat subwoofers vibrating and causing issues. It's like, all right, here we go. But that's really the only problem you have is that if you put too much bass underneath those seats, pieces underneath the seats start to make buzzing noises that can get to be louder than they need to be, which can kind of screw up the way it sounds. So just something to think about.
All right.
Hi.
You know of any to replace the stock head unit in a Dodge Challenger without losing some features in the car?
So the RR harness for my data will allow you to do that. And
I don't know what year is your car.
It doesn't matter. It'll allow you to do in all of them.
Well, Metra just released the new dash kits for Challenger and Chargers.
Yes.
So,
but I think back to the high 10 for a minute.
Mm-hmm.
The new kit that they just released, that they're going to release next year, is for this car. So if you go back to our SEMA coverage, they are coming out with a high 10 dash kit for the Dodge Challenger that will retain all the air conditioning controls and stuff like that. But you can, if you want to custom fab a little bit, all of the iData RR stuff will retain your air conditioning and all that stuff too. So those are a couple options. If you can find the plastics, you're good there. New segment. Let's ask Jeff. Ooh, I like that, and I would love to do a segment like that.
So the next time we have to have his phone number.
No. What we do is we just pre-record a whole bunch of things. Let's ask Jeff.
Yeah, let's ask Jeff. Please call 1-800. Call Jeff.
Go back up. And that's the part right there. So that's the part for the Challenger, Charger Challenger 300 when it comes out. So I think it's coming out soon. I think if memory serves, Jeff, I think is coming out first because you have the Toyota Tundra, you have that, and then you have the universal van thing. Yeah. All
right. Hi, guys. What is a good replacement unit for a 2000?
Maybe a Tacoma. Which one's the smaller one?
The Tacoma.
All right, so it's for the Tacoma, not the Tundra. Sorry.
All right, good replacement unit.
Tacoma's first. Sorry, I'm reading past you. I'm just interrupting. My bad. Tacoma will be first. Then so next year, first part of next year will be the Charger Challenger. All right, go ahead.
All right. A good replacement.
I can't read them now.
unit for 2019 Tacoma with satellite backup camera navigation. I'm thinking as far as radio.
When it comes to replacing the radio in that car, obviously the Tacoma piece that Jeff was just talking about will be first. So if you're interested in the high 10, that is coming out and here shortly, and you'll be able to do that. For everything else, when it comes to a Tacoma, I personally do the iData RR kit because I like all the features that it adds into the radio.
Mm-hmm.
But you're gonna have a hard time finding a radio with all those features in it right now because they're just not available. So I like Kenwood. I'd get an Exelon. You know, it has Garmin nav, which makes things really sexy and cool. But finding one is going to be the hard part because they're just not out there.
All right.
Okay.
Focal AP 4340. Infinity reference 300.4. JL Audio JD 400.4. Your thoughts on powering two pairs of Infinity reference 6530CX, looking to replace a dual XPR 84D amplifier, leaning towards the JL to match my JL subwoofer. Thanks a lot.
Well, I mean, when it comes to...
You got all the model numbers?
Oh, yeah. So when it comes to amplifiers and matching things up, I'm a big proponent of doing that. Like, I want things to match. So, I mean, it's kind of a no-brainer. Like, I am not in my world going to have, like what we're doing in this car, where we have a Scar Audio amp for the subs and an audio control for the mids and highs. Even though that I totally understand why he did it. I get it. It's cool. But my stuff's got to match.
Okay.
So to me, this isn't really a question. I'm just buying the JL Audio amp because I want it to match. Plain and simple. But it's nothing.
All right. I just went back. Right here.
Between Kicker and Rockford, if you could only pick, I'm guessing, one brand to stick around with all its past and future products, which would you choose? Man, okay, so this is a question that we have a lot of time. We discuss. We do this with all our brands throughout the years, throughout the days, throughout the months, because we do carry a lot of brands, and there are brands that we would like to bring in other than the brands that we currently have. There are some other brands that we like. There's no secret we would love to carry Helix. At the moment, it's just not a brand that we can bring in because of the regional restrictions that they've put in place. So it's kind of a bummer there. But that's a tough question to answer because it gets really, like, we're not quick. The reasons why we would keep or get rid of a brand and the reasons why a consumer might keep or get rid of a brand don't necessarily jive. Like, we have different criteria than you do, and purely because we do different things with the products. They all end up in your hands, but how we get them to your hands and how it's going to affect us doing business is really how we kind of have to look at it. Neither one of those companies is anything we want to get rid of, and I'd hate to have to choose between the two. Right. And I'm not even going to, because there's a lot of things that go into that big of a decision, and nothing that we could figure out in the next 3 or 4 minutes. Because they both bring a lot to the table, and we're fortunate enough that we have access to both of them. You know, and just to give you an idea, like something as simple as what we were just talking about, like a grill. That's an important thing. And Rockford does it better than Kicker. But the key is another important thing, that we sell a ton of that. Mm-hmm. And I don't want to have to not have that access to that. DSR1, don't want to not have access to that. Mini T amplifiers, Q-class subwoofers. So and it would have been the Q-class amplifiers, but they don't have those anymore. So there's things between the two lines that it's too hard to say, if I had to choose, sure. Like if you put a gun to my head and say pick one, I'll pick one. But right now, I don't have to.
Why do
so
we
I'm
have
not
to
going
go so dark? And
Car audio politics, 100%. It is. And don't kid yourself. It is totally car audio politics. There is a lot that goes into successfully moving your way through a business. And like, we're fortunate that we have access to so many products. The guys that it's hard, man. I don't know how they do it. They have to sell like this, and they have to offer, this, and that sucks. But it is easier. They don't have as much of a headache trying to pick stuff as we do. That's for damn sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have you talked to... Why did you have to click on
that? Because
we haven't talked about it yet.
It's going.
Now that the Rockford video is done, that's my main focus in life, is to get that. So tonight's plan is to go home, put together some videos for you guys, so you'll have stuff for Wednesday and Friday. Thursday, of course, will be the live show. For those of you guys just tuning in and don't know about the live show will be Thursday, Thanksgiving morning at 10 o'clock on YouTube on the 5 Star Network. We'll be doing our normal Thanksgiving at the beach show, so make sure to tune in for that. Hey guys, sorry if you've answered this one. Will the APH-GM2 harness bypass the ANC for the 2015 Yukon with Bose? That's a no. It will not. However, if you're using it to do a full system, meaning that you are going to be putting in all aftermarket amplifiers and not retaining the factory amplifier for anything, you do not need to worry about it, because it will not pass it through the RCA outputs. All right. So if you're just going to be adding subwoofer, you're going to have to bypass it. That's what the new that's what the new Sub Pro is. The Sub Pros all come with ANC bypass because it only is for the subwoofer. The Amp Pros don't, because for one, they didn't have them when they came out with them. At some point, we're hoping they'll go back and put them in. But you really don't need the harness if you're doing a full system. So if you're planning on doing a full system, don't worry about it. Just leave it alone, plug it in, take your 6-channel RC out. Just don't use the factory amplifier to power anything. You'll be all set. Follow-up question. The Dodge Charger Challenger has a steel support bar, making it impossible to fit a regular size head unit because of shallow depth. Any ideas without cutting the support? Yeah, short chassis radio. So the radios are really thin.
No CD.
No CD players, no DVD players. So all the short chassis radios go in there. Dodge, Chrysler, they all have that. They've all had that for years. When the kit for the high 10 comes out, it's modular, so it's 2 pieces. So that's how that radio will get to go in there, because it'll just mount in there and everything will be wonderful. Best make my ears bleed speakers on a budget of $600 to $1,000 component set and coaxials set. Fernando, I have an answer for this. Do you?
Well, Ground Zero make these huge tweeters. They are like 97 dBs.
I was going to go something with 103 dBs of efficiency.
Okay, so we're going Hertz.
We're going Hertz Milli Pros.
Okay.
Will make your ears. If you want your ears to bleed, check out the Hertz Milli Pros.
I mean,
no, not
the
Milli
600s.
SPL. Is it the Hertz?
No, that's the SPL.
SPL Pros.
shows.
SPL shows.
SPL show.
Hertz SPL show.
Yeah.
They sound fabulous if you're into that kind of thing, which I'm
Yeah.
not. But hey, if you're just trying to get something loud but sound quality, as they all say, check out some KRS-3s.
All right.
Oh, that's kind of KRS-2s. You don't have the money for KRS-3s. But yeah. I missed Saturday show, but I was at my son's all-star game for football. Just wanted to know what I missed. Well, so the nice thing is you didn't really miss much. You missed us answering a bunch of questions. You should be ashamed of yourself. No, I hope your son had a great time at the All-Star. That is priceless. I always loved going to Haley's big things like that on Sunday when I had my days off. It was always a great time. But if you're interested, of course, it's always up there for you to watch. We don't do anything. We make sure it's always there and answering fun questions. Bobby's in the house. What's up, Bob? They just got a new trailer.
Oh, nice.
Well, okay, so this is my in-laws, my Sue's dad. So they used to buy and sell houses.
Yeah.
So, because they couldn't make up their minds as far as that. He still buys and sells trucks.
Okay.
But now, because they can't do houses, he's just buying and selling his trailers. So they keep changing their mind on
still in the business, man.
He's still moving. They got odd decision. Yeah, I got it. So I guess they got a toy hauler now.
So the Nissan is gone?
No, he has. Yeah, that's been gone. That was gone 2 cars ago. He's got
two cars ago.
He's got a new F-250 with the BO system.
Oh, that's right. You already told that.
Mm-hmm. I know.
All right.
It's crazy. I got very lucky and found 2 grills for Q-Class L7s with the mesh grills. Right after I ordered them, the site switched product and discontinues. Richard, that is awesome.
You're lucky.
They are, God, those grills were so nice, man. Ada's in the house. What's up, Ada?
Hey.
Hi. No, and those grills were fabulous, man.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure if you look on eBay or something like that, you probably...
No, nobody bought them. That's why they're just
looking.
kind of... Yeah, they're gone. All right.
Yeah.
Dean, what would you do if you couldn't use any more plastic zip ties for your installation? Would you retire? No, I would find some more overly complicated way to do it, which is one of the things I've been trying to figure out. I'd probably make something on my laser and just make like clamps that go down over the wiring.
I have a picture of
Yeah,
I know.
Well, AVDC did that, and it turned out really nice. And we actually toyed with that idea for a while, but it just wasn't cost effective. But no, I would just find some other clamping system. Now, if you're telling me I have no way to do clamping systems at all, like nothing.
Oh, that's a good one, man.
I still have access to tape. So I guess I don't know, man. I would probably retire. I mean, I want to retire anyways because I'm never going to, but I really want to. But yeah,
it's nice,
dude. Mel is on point tonight. Thank you, Mel. He's giving you the link to the Hertz SPL shows.
There you go.
And for those of you who didn't catch the last week's show with Mel on it, definitely want to go back. God, what are they burning? You smell that? You can't smell like the onions from the restaurant? Oh, yeah, that's bad. Okay, sure. Moving on.
All plastics.
All plastics. No more plastics?
Well, at this point, probably we're not going to have more plastic. They're expensive.
I'm retiring.
Really?
I'm just gone. Yeah, if I can't do it the way I want, it's just going to be miserable. I mean, can you imagine? I mean, I get annoyed when, the wires aren't twisted right.
You get annoyed for anything.
Well, yeah, but I mean, I get really kind of annoyed. It's like, didn't put enough twist on that, and it's loose.
It's like,
I mean, I
it's
just
a fly past. It's like, oh my god!
I move past it sometimes, but I mean, it still annoys me. Thanks for all the work you do, just not in front of the camera, but I'm sure 1,000 times more work gets into the pre and post work is insane. Stay awesome. It is.
Yeah.
But thank you so much. Someone's speaker wire is melting. It's because it doesn't have zip ties on it. If it would have been zip tied in place, it wouldn't have melted.
That's right.
Hold on, what's that? Illusion 8-inch indoors or jump right up into Utopia 8-inch mid base.
Oh.
Foche power. Ooh, man.
Wow. I mean, I never heard the 8-inch illusion.
I've heard the 8-inch. I've heard the 8-inch
Like...
illusions.
Oh, really?
Yeah, in a door. And a lot of people do those. So what a lot of people do is they'll team up the 8-inch illusion with the 3.5 with the C3s.
Mm-hmm.
And that's kind of like, because then you get a nice 3-way set with a lot of punchy mid bass. I think what it comes down to is with either one of those going into a door, you're going to have to do a lot of work to properly
separate it,
dampen the hell out of the door, and mount it like a ton of bricks, like multi-layer baffle to hold that in place.
Both of them.
Yeah,
the
either
illusion,
one.
the Utopias. Yeah. I mean,
I think more people use the illusion in the door than they do the Utopias.
No.
Yeah.
I think they use more the Utopias than they use
I think,
the illusion.
well,
I see more Utopias.
But right. But there again, I'm taking a picture of Utopia. If I do illusion all the time, I'm not taking a picture of it anymore. Either way, it's a tough question to answer. You got plenty of power. Nick would say you have to pick the speaker that is going to blend best with the mid-range you're going to compare it to. So when you're mixing and matching speakers, if your mid-range is not going to blend well with your mid-bass, then it doesn't matter which one you go with, you're going to have a hole. So what you need to look at is the graphed output of those speakers and compare it to your mid-range, lay the two over the top and see how the two blend together. Because just buying a mid-bass, I want to get this one because it's super cool, but it might not work with the mid-range, and then you'll just have a hole and you'll have really expensive speakers that don't sound good.
Yeah. All right.
So that's the only one I can give you there.
All right. All right.
Melissa again. Dean, if you don't recommend 100 watts on tweeters, how do they run the Rockford Mini T amp at 100 watts 4-channel? It's not that I don't recommend 100 watts on tweeters. The reality is you're not getting 100 watts out of the amplifier to the tweeters with the frequency response output that it has. You need an RTA to see it, but okay, so the problem is, here's the problem. If you play a test tone, so let's say you play a 5,000 hertz test tone at 0 dB through an amplifier, and you put a voltmeter on it, it's going to show you 100 watts. Okay? If you play an 8,000 test tone, it's going to show you 100 watts. Okay, what did I say? 1,000? Okay, it's going to show you all that because you're playing a test tone. Test tones aren't an accurate representation of the music being played. Now, if you play pink noise, you could get but you're going to get an overall volume output. So you can't just zoom in on one frequency. If you have an RTA, you can look at if you can click over, you can see your dBs of output at that specific frequency. Then you can probably do some math to get to the actual wattage that's coming out of the amplifier at that point. But the easiest way to wrap your head around all of this, all right, is looking at a tweeter and the diaphragm and the voice coil in a tweeter is dental floss, and look at a mid-range. It's a little bit bigger, meaning the voice coils and the tinsel leads are bigger. And then tinsel, it's Christmas. And then look at a woofer. All right. Now, if you were to lay out a 100-watt woofer, a 100-watt mid-range, and a 100-watt tweeter, they would be different. The mid-range and the subwoofer would probably be the closest, but the tweeter is still going to be dental floss. All right. The tinsel leads can't. If the tinsel leads on a tweeter could handle 100 watts, okay, then the mid-range would have the same tinsel leads, right?
Yeah.
Well, they don't. But you still need power to create that 1 watt of power that the tweeter is going to see. Otherwise, you're going to get a half watt or a quarter watt.
And it's just one of those conversations that you're never going to... It's just going to be a debate all the time.
It's not a debate. The thing of it is it's a fact. The problem is that where the debating comes in is it's hard to physically put the math in front of you and go, this is what's happening. Boom, leave, drop the mic, move on.
Yeah.
I've talked to Andy about this a lot. It would look like Pro Audio compression horn. Yes, it would. And that would be, and there again, they have big tinsel leads, big voice coils, magnets that are there to absorb all the heat and get it off of the coil.
Yeah.
Because I talked to Andy about this of Audio Frog, and I was like, dude, how do we explain this with visuals to make this make sense so that we can, help people not make you angry, because it's him that gets really worked up about this.
Oh, of course.
I just deal with it and go, you're right. It's 100 watts. It'll take it. Go for it. Because I have no horse in the game. I really don't care. It's not that important to me. I can say what I say, and if you get it, you get it. If you don't, you don't.
But all this information, you can find it on...
No, you can't.
No, I'm saying like Andy talks about all that stuff.
But there again, that doesn't mean you're gonna understand it.
I'm just saying.
It's just Andy telling you, and then they go, Andy's crazy. Do you have thoughts on this? Because I figured
No.
you did because you put it up there. I have never heard of it.
No, me neither. I don't know.
I've never seen it.
In the car audio more than.
Hi.
Hey.
No, I've never heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Euphoria EP6K. Oh my goodness.
Stay off my lawn. Thank you. All right. Both of you are why I'm going to take a crack at my own install. That and because y'all are 10 hours away. I understand.
All right.
All right. So hold on. I'll go back to. Oh, DB Drive Euphoria series is their high end.
Okay. All right.
Oh, I did see this stuff. I saw this at. I listened to it at. Thank you, Jeff.
And it's funny.
I listened to this at.
This scooter
SEMA.
looks familiar.
Yes. Oh wow. Oh.
Exactly.
Oh wow. Hold on. That dude. That is totally a Hertz tweeter. Like that front grill looks just like a Hertz tweeter. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, it looks like Millie Pro. No, I did get to hear this stuff when we were at SEMA. They had this on display there. But I can't tell you how good it sounded or not because it was in a big ass room and there was lots of noise. So, yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Fernando, tell us about your uraniums, please.
I love the uraniums, man. I don't have a DSP. It's just power, straight up power. It's awesome. I like them.
Jeff is referring, of course, to the DB stuff.
It's decent stuff. There you go. See? Gary.
What's up,
Hey,
Gary, for sound effects?
What's
And look who it is. Mike D. What's up, Lance? Yeah, Lance, you see that tweeter? That's pretty crazy. The Illusion 8-inch is very good. Now, I know Ada has put those indoors. So, yeah. And that's why I said it's question. How would a 5-volt head unit like an Exelon trying to pair up with any amp that only supports 4-volt out? I skipped out of the 304 Exelon and got a JVC because my JL JX500 says 4 volts max. Thanks. This kind of falls back onto the tweeter conversation we were having when we were talking about how like sound output and max. So 5 volt is a maximum rating. And if I go into and I play a 40 hertz, 1000 hertz, an 800 or 250, and we throw it onto the output of the radio, which we've done. We used to do radio dynos years ago where we would do this. And it would give me 5 volts of output. All right. But then if I play pink noise, which is a more accurate representation of what music looks like to an amplifier and the characteristics of it, I might only have like 1.5 volts. All right. So what we're I don't know why I say all right. What we're looking at is extreme moments. If we're going boom, we might see a 5 volt railed output.
Yeah.
Okay, like a peak of 5 volts. But it's not going to be sustained because music doesn't work that way in most cases. Now, sometimes some of this newer music does when you have like some synthesized music that literally the guy is just grabbing whatever you want to call it, grabs that 30 hertz bass note and just goes and holds the button, and then it'll go to the 35 and then back to the 30 and then to the 35. All right, but it's still fluctuating.
Idiot.
Yeah. So the 5 volt output just means now that we have more signal coming out of it and we can keep our gain as low as possible. The only amplifiers that we really ever had a problem with, which makes sense for the brand you were talking about, was Alpine, the PDX,
PDX V9.
PDX amplifiers like the V9 and the F and the M. They did not like 5 volts at all and gain all the way off. And at peak moments, the gain had to be all the way down. Or yes, the amplifier would go into input protection. So there was no. So what was great though, because we knew we could take a 5 volt output, put it onto that amplifier, keep the gains all the way down. Sounded great. You know, it was like, we're done. Yay. Put it in the car and ship it.
Yeah.
So I hope that kind of makes sense.
All right. We are in 1 hour.
Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
All right. Well, one question took us right to the end of the show. Hey guys, guess what? That means, I don't know, it just means it's the end of the show, but it's not end of the fun and excitement. Make sure you head over to Instagram where you can find us almost every day doing 5 minutes of 5-star. It's neither 5 minutes, never 5 minutes. We answer a bunch of questions. We show you what's going on in the bay. Like, for example, today we show you this cool Toyota that we're working on. Looks just like Jeff Smith's car, strangely enough. But let me head over to the laptop here. D&F Tool Drawer is a place you can go and find all the cool tools that we use, except for one, which is the DSR-1. Thank you for reminding of that. It will be up there soon. Also, make sure you head over to dnfswag.com where you can find all the cool paraphernalia, such as cups, mugs, hoodies. Winter is coming. Get ready for that. And if you haven't signed up, well, I understand, but something to ask for Christmas would be maybe a ticket to the Master Tech Expo happening March 6th through the 9th in the Mesa Convention Center over there in sunny Arizona. We're super excited. We are going to be there. We're going to be having fun. We are going to be having fun. We'll talk more about that as time goes on, because right now, well, we can't talk about it, but we got not that side of it. We got other stuff we're doing with that. So we're super excited to be there, having a lot of fun and whatnot. Did I forget anything? Yeah, we never got to the ruler.
Yeah,
but
that's fine.
Hey, guys, that's it. You guys have a great rest of your week. We will see you next week.
Tomorrow. 5 minutes with 5 stars.
Fade to black. Bye.
Bye, guys.